Hello, all you degenerate old schoolers, and welcome back to another episode of The Orb. Tonight we're on Eternal Weekend, the North American Old School Cup, Round 2. They had an artist there, did some altars. See some old school friends out there posing for the camera. And if you stay out late enough, you might end up in a tiki bar. You never know. But let's take a look at the two that are going to be slinging cards tonight. Here's Jonathon's deck. Jonathon is on the deck. All the white removal, all the restricted bullshit, set of counter spells, books to draw more cards. I think 28 mana sources is what I counted up. Fireball to the face, or 2 Sarah Angels. He does restrict his opponent with the Abyss and with Moat, leaving behind almost only Tetravis to fly in for the win, except for he's got the swords and disenchants to take care of that. Guess there are a few other options out there. So, we've seen this deck before. We are on a 4-strip format. He does run 4 strip mines. The one thing that he does not have, and I can't tell if this is brilliance or insanity, is Mishra's Factory. Mishra's Factory being pretty much the best creature in old school. I mean, I think if we think about it, it's like that, and then like Savannah Lion, Sarah Angel, something like that. Atog, way up there. But Factory is only a creature when you choose to have him be a creature. So he's very, very tough to deal with. None in here. And maybe I see why, right? He wants to make sure and hit his color pips so he can cast those blue and white spells. And the black and the red and the green also. In the board, he's got more removal in the form of Wrath of Gods, 2 Spirit Links, which I love. They wreck house against the dibs. COP red and a black. 3 Bebs, 3 Rebs, a Terror, and 2 Divine Offerings. Jonathon set up to take on the world. Now, let's see what the world looks like and take a look at his opponent's deck. And here we go with a look at Bob's deck. Jedi Bob put together this deck. At first glance, it looks like the same deck we just had on here. Sarah Angel's up there in the corner, a lot of white good cards, a lot of blue good cards, a lot of brown good cards. And then you get to the bottom, and here's the difference. This is a tax tower deck. He's got 3 land tax, 3 ivory tower. He also has a mirror universe. On the off chance maybe he gains too much life and wants to spare some to his opponent. I doubt that's going to be the case. But the tax tower works really well. You fill up your hand, you gain a shit ton of life. You trade 1-for-1s, and your opponent just can never kill you. So I like this deck. I am like 98% sure Jedi Bob and I played against this deck, and it was a handful to deal with. You had to deal with that tax tower. It became such a pain in the ass. And not only that, just a land tax. I mean, pretty much ensures that he's going to get the right mana he needs to be able to play out all of his 1-for-1s. You know, the counter spells. And I mean, he's got 3 Wrath of God, so, you know, that's not even a 1-for-1. Sometimes that's 2 or 3-for-1. I don't think we're going to see that against his opponent, as he only has 2 Sarahs in the deck. But it feels like his Wrath of Gods hit pretty hard against me. I don't typically play the control decks. I'd rather try and run up and slit my opponent's throat in the opening seconds of the match and then pray to God they can't take over. So, yeah, I'm sure those are going to come out post game 1. What else he has in there? He also has some blue elemental blasts, some COP blacks, a couple spirit links in the board. Looks like an amnesia. I like that. Possibly a Library of Lang, a couple COP reds, and energy fluxes round out his deck. So he did opt to leave in the factories. He also has 1 Maze of Ith, and it looks like he's only playing 1 strip mine. Wants to hang on to his mana sources. I am looking deeply for the basic lands that tower can go grab. I guess they're probably shoved up somewhere in between the dual lands and maybe the factories. We shall see. So I've said enough things. Let's get off to game number 1. And here we are with game number 1. Jonathon's on the, I think that's a Yawgmoth's Will. He won the kitty litter box races, so he's on the play. Jedi Bob's on top on the Dan Fraser mock set. I think I have that playmat myself. I know I do. Good looking playmat. Both of them are. Jonathon fires down a volcanic and passes to Bob to get this game going. Bob shows up at the City of Brass. Man, the glare here, it's not terrible, but it's not good at all. Look at this, firing out. Land tax takes the first point of damage and drops himself down to 19. It's going to make Jonathon probably question life here. I can see he's got a handful of land. Oh, shit. He does have a disenchant for it, so immediate answers, trading 1-for-1s. Oh, but Bob's got answers. Oh, does he have answers? He goes down to 18 and fires straight out another land tax. I mean, land tax is card advantage. I get you get just 3 lands, but it thins the herd in the deck. Less likely to draw a basic. And then if you can do something else silly with it, like ship your lands back, you get raw card advantage there. So 3 lands go into the hand of Jedi Bob. He takes his draw card. He's got to be up to like 22 cards in hand. Plays out an island. Oh, has a disenchant for that book. Drops himself down to 17. But, answering the things out there. Pitches of planes. See, Jonathon's got 4 cards in hand. I think a Strip Mine, Sarah Angel, Demonic Tutor, and Underground Sea. So right now he could plop a land, fire an angel, or do you want to just go ahead and Demonic Tutor while your opponent's tapped out, fire off an Ancestral, see what he chooses to do. Tap in 2, here comes the DT, he's off to find his favorite fucking card in the deck. Back at his hand. I think his hand is just, again, Strip Mine, Sarah Angel. Yeah, there's the Ancestral Recall. Rips 3 from the top. Ooh, picks up his swords. Plays out the Mock Sapphire he draws. I think another land, Mana Source there, yep. Card advantage is good. Bob opts not to throw the tax down and use its ability, but he plays a Loa, gets a second card for turn. Takes an absolute beating from that City of Brass, goes down to 16. Drops out a Felwar Stone, so just mana fixing. There's the Strip Mine on the Loa. For strip formats, Loas typically don't stay alive long at all. There's a lot of answers for him. Oh, look at this. Brain Geysering for 4 extra cards. It's pretty good. Bob again opts not to use the tax. Plays out a Felwar Stone and just a pass. Jonathan's rearranging his mana sources. It's just a scare tactic. Oh, here we go. Firing out Sarah Angel. Threat on board. And it sticks. Jonathon does have 2 blue up. I can see him shuffle through his hand. I don't think he's got the protection, the counter spell. So, Bob's dug through his library. He's picked up 2 islands and a plains. Gets his draw for the turn. Oh, here comes one of those Wrath of Gods. Yeah, gonna kick that 4/4 flyer right out of the sky. Straight to her grave. The grave was pre-dug by Jedi Bob. Jonathon gained some life here. Casts out Divine Offering on one of those mana rocks. He's up to 22. Bob's still sitting on 16. Another strip mine, taking down the City of Brass. Bob plays out of Plains. Disenchant for the book again. It's got all the good answers here. These two are just trading 1-for-1s. Yeah, Ops attacks again, so he did have a shit ton of basic land in this deck. Looks like he's going to yank a Plains. And just a Plains. I mean, the other great combo is Sylvan Library land tax. You can always fail to find. But looking at the top 3 new cards every turn is pretty powerful. Here goes Bob, tapping 5. Is this his own Sarah Angel? It's his own. 4/4 broadsword wielding Sarah immediately removed from the game. It puts Bob back up to 20 life, but it takes away one of his win conditions. Sarah's out working the farms now, and yet again Jonathon is trying to play out a book and let it stay on the table. Ooh, just a pass. Bob did not have the cards to destroy that book. Also looks like Jonathon's sitting on swords and 2 counterspells, so Bob's going to have a hard time on his hands doing anything here for a while. Yeah, here comes the card advantage. So he's fired off an Ancestral. I think he did Brain Geyser for 4. And now a book. So he's drawn an extra 8 cards. It's probably about what Bob's ripped off of his basic lands from the tax. Oh, book of his own. Jonathon responding here by drawing with his own book. Deciding whether or not to counterspell it. I think you have to. I mean, it's a lot of card advantages. He chooses not to. Book stays. Rips a new card with the book. Oh, draws with the Loa. Things are getting out of control here. card number 3 for the turn. Just passes. Bob rips a card for himself. We're like sumo wrestlers sizing each other up here. Bob fetches out an island. Ooh, plays a Sarah Angel. Bad news is Jonathon's got, I don't know, about 20 answers for that Sarah Angel. Yeah, immediate Swords and Plowshares. I think that puts Bob back up to like 24 now. Jonathon's still on 22. Ooh, Jedi Bob throws down a tower. Yeah, I think Jonathon's going to stop this. He does have a fireball in hand. He's not going to stop it. He doesn't care about the tower. He's being disciplined with those counterspells. Very disciplined. Hanging back with him. Bob does have a factory down, so technically that is a threat. Bob gains some more life. Should be up to like 27 now, maybe. Ooh, tapping a bunch of things. 7 mana, 8 mana. Mind Twist for the balance. Alright, counterspells are going to start flying now. That I'm sure of. Yeah, counterspell number 1 fired out there. Bob's counterspell fired back. And draw with a book, because why not? And another counterspell out there.
Nope.
Counter war ensued. Jonathon gets to keep his hand. 3 counterspells were put in the graveyard. And now Bob is all tapped out. See if Jonathon can come back and do anything. It's going to take him first part of the morning to get all his mana sources untapped. I mean, Jonathon's run away with card advantage here between his Loa and his book. I think he's ripping 3 cards a turn. Bob only gets about 2. Oh, there's the Mind Twist back. Ouchie. Bob's tapped out. Not shit can be done. And an absolute assload of good stuff goes to the bin. There's a disenchant for the book. Now Bob's going to be down to 1 card a turn. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. Yeah, it just says pass. Jonathon takes a peek at what Bob lost there. Yeah, once that Mind Twist fires off, it's tough to come back. Unless you rip one of those draw 7s and can get it off. Jonathon might be out of counter spells. Oh, answers Aloha, finds his strip mine and kills it. Jonathon, I think, takes 2 to the face from the factory and another 1 to the face from the City of Brass. That should put him down to 19. We're getting somewhere, kinda. There's a Sarah Angel. Alright. Not good for Bob. He plays a Mana Rock. Yeah, that doesn't help shit. He needs to throw that rock at Sarah Angel in the sky. Knock her down, but I'd say she hits out of the park with a broadsword. Sarah comes crashing in for 4. Jonathon's still ripping 2 cards a turn. Crashing in again for another 4. The timeline for this party is coming to a close. Ancestral Recall. I think we're going to see a counterspell here. Yeah, there's counterspell. No fun for you. Did I mention it's closing time? And Sarah Angel's going to broadsword your face until you leave the party. Always count them up. Does he have enough for the fireball? Or is it a next turn thing? Leaving 2 back for a counterspell, yeah. Youchie. There's about 5, 8, 11, 14, 15 damage. Fireball for 15, anyone? Yeah, that's not good. Game 1 goes off to Jonathon. These 2 are going to go swap some cards out of their sideboard into their decks, and we'll be back for game number 2. And here we go with game number 2. Bob's going to be on the play, as he got mauled to death with that broadsworded bitch, Sarah Angel. Fires down a land. Ooh, straight into land tax. Jonathon has a Loa, though. Yeesh. Bob rips a card from the top and passes. Wants to see his opponent play a second land. Might as well, right? Ooh. He waits another turn to use the Loa. Plays out a Mox. And a land for turn. Draws a Loa and immediate disenchant. Those land taxes. Jonathon's not messing around. Does not want Bob to get that card advantage out of those taxes. Bob throws down a Mana Rock. I think in Bob's deck he was just playing with one Mox. I think one Mox Sapphire. Ooh, look at this. Firing out a Time Walk. Doing good things. Up to 4 mana here. Passes to his opponent. Who's still burning a hole in the back of that Library of Alexandria. Turning that thing sideways. Discards a City of Brass. Bob played a Felden's Cane. Guess he's going for the long game here. Disenchanted the Mana Rock. Ooh, and a Mana Drain. Huh. He's going to go ahead and keep that Mana Rock. Bob is going to get 2 extra mana next turn, but Jonathan's got a grip full of good cards again. Plays out a book, leaves 2 blue open. Bobby using Mana Drain mana plus Felwar Stone to play out Energy Flux. We'll see if Jonathan has an answer. Otherwise, he's going to have to make some decisions here on what he wants to keep around. Nope, he has the answer. Disenchant down. He's got all the answers for Bob here. Ooh, strips the land out. Plays Ancestral. That is tough. I feel like Jonathan's walking away with this one again. Bob needs to sneak in a balance. Taps 3, another Energy Flux. Jonathan drawing with his Loa. And has a 3rd Disenchant. Just all the good white removal here. I think he's drawn with his book. Got too many cards in hand as it is. I think he's only like a turn away from being able to cast that Sarah Angel. Still keep his library online and protect it with a counter spell. Looks like Bob snuck out a Loa of his own. Oh, there's a Soul Ring. Jonathan, I think he just tapped 5. Yeah, Sarah Angel down. Now he just has to keep her alive. I'm sure Bob's got a few answers. Drops out a Factory. Tapping 6. Oh, Brain Geyser's looking for answers. Brain Geyser for 4. And there's a Reb. Brain Geyser denied. Bob does have a Sarah Angel of his own. Card advantage is just so heavy going to Jonathan. There we go. Swords to Plowshares. Send the lady off to work on the farm. Oh man, he's got... I can see it now. 2 counter spells. Red Elemental Blast. I think a Swords in hand. Plus he's drawing like 3 cards a turn. Root for Bob here, but I don't think he's going to be able to dig his way out. There he fires off the Wrath of God. Oh, even more disgusting. I think I see a recall in Jonathan's hand. So he can play all those great things and then pick up the good cards and do it again. You got Sarah just cracking the skull of Bob. The Jedi is not wielding his lightsaber. It's losing out to a broadsword. Ooh, Control Magic, cool card. Extra style points for firing down a Control Magic. But there's an immediate Red Elemental Blast countering that thing. Sarah cracking in again for 4 to the face. Bob didn't draw an answer. At least he's not playing it out. Sarah Angel again. Bob looking through his graveyard. Uh-oh, Mind Twist for 1. Oh, it eats the City of Brass. So yeah, definitely didn't have the answer. There's Swords to Plowshares and a counterspell right back, and that is game number 2. Jonathon did all the good things, and when you do that enough times, you typically win the game. Nice looking deck to Jedi Bob, though. Like I said, I know his deck was a handful, especially for me, playing him a different day. As always, thanks for watching, and have a good night.